everyone, welcome back. My name is Dee and this is Dee's Reading Lounge, where I'm sharing my love for reading at my own pace. So I just moved. If you haven't seen my bookish moving vlog, I will link it above so you can check that out. I just documented like my moving process and shared a little moving tips and things like that. I said in that video that I was going to be doing a physical TBR, sharing all of the books that I own in one sweeping video, because I've seen other people do this video, and I think it's just a good way just to show what type of books I like, what books I physically own, and as I'm going through this process, maybe weed some books out. I pretty much have done a book unhaul maybe 2 months ago, but it doesn't hurt to do another one, especially since I have to unpack all of these books and put them back on the bookshelf anyway. Disclaimer, like I said, I just recently moved and my nails are a hot mess, okay? So please don't judge me. I just have not had a chance to do my nails. Hopefully we'll get to the nails tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna start with the books down here to my left. The first one I got is Belle. I'm not gonna go into super details. I'm just going to show the book, tell you who it's by, and that's pretty much it. But I will say that this is a new book, okay? Because I did read Josephine by Beverly Jenkins for the first time, and I loved her book. It was such a sweet, innocent love story, and Freeform Lady recommended I read this one. And this character, Belle, was in Josephine. So I cannot wait to read it. I know it's gonna be just as good as Josephine. So that's Belle by Beverly Jenkins. And then this one was recommended by DJ. I think DJ Reads. He did a favorites or something like that. And this one was one of his favorites. It's historical fiction. It's called Washington Black by S.E. Edugian. I went ahead and picked this one up. I know I'm not supposed to be buying books, but yeah. And I just recently purchased this one, Blanche on the Lamb. Recommended by Brown Girl Reading. I think this is one of her favorite series. This is the first book, so I went ahead and got this one. All right, so those are like the newest books that I just recently purchased. Let's move on. The Matter is Life by J. California Cooper. Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins, which is on my February TBR. Salvage the Bones by Jasmine Ward. The Yellow Wife by Sadiqa Johnson. Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. Last but not least, on the February TBR is Who's That Girl by Eve. All right, the next one, The Wife Before, right? The Wife Before by Shanora Williams. The Priest, which is a series, book number 1 by Sierra Simone. This one is really intriguing. Can't wait to get to that one. When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. Single Black Female by Tracy Brown. The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. The Dust Bowl Orphans by Suzette Harrison. Overkill by Sandra Brown, which is a thriller. Unmissing by Minka Kent, which is a thriller. Razor Blade Tears by S.A. Cosby. This Girl's a Killer by Emma Well, thriller, if you couldn't tell by the title. Black Top Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. Here is a Frida, The Wife Upstairs. This one is a thick one. Well, all her books are generally a 400-page range, but they read so quick. The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Second House from the Corner by, again, Sadiqa Johnson. I think I'm gonna put all her books together, of course. Josephine, this is the one that I just read by Beverly Johnson. It was so good, so sweet. If you want historical romance that doesn't have any smut, that's just innocent, pure, innocent love, first love, pick up Josephine. It was really good. You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. I got this from Ollie's for $2.99. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Survive the Night, again by Riley Sager. Haven't read any of his books. What's Done in the Darkness by Kayla Perry, is a Black author. Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Got that name right. Not So Perfect Strangers by L.S. Stratton. Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward. In The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I do have book 2, which is right here. I might as well show you these books. I have book 2, The Housemaid Secret. I was supposed to read it, but I haven't gotten around to it. You know, I don't know. Should I? We'll see if I'll unhaul that book. When Doctors Don't Listen. That's a nonfiction, of course. The Love Songs by W.E.B. Du Bois by Honoré Fanon Jeffers. I heard that one was a really good one. The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. An American Beauty by Shauna Abe. Miss Pearly Girls by Rashonda Tate Billingsley. Let Us Descend by Jesmyn Ward. The Nightingales by Kristen Hanna. The Identicals by who is it? Ellen Hildebrand. I'll probably read that one in the summer. Take My Hand by Dolan Perkins Valdez. That's supposed to be a really good one. Another Black male author is James McBride. I really want to get into his work as well. The Queens of London by Heather Webb. Girl Game book. Kristen Hanna's Between Sisters. And Tempest Rising by Diane McKinney Whetstone. And then might as well show you all of my vinyls that I purchased, because I did get a album player for Christmas. I got The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Of course, this one, which I did show like in a Christmas vlog, Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite. And the Fugees. This is a one that I got for Christmas. Is a newer one that I got. Cannot wait to play that one. They sent me the wrong one, so I haven't heard it yet. And then I've got my album player in there, which I was wondering what happened to it. But I forgot I packed it with my books. All right, so let's go ahead and open this other box. Shirley Chisholm, Unbought and Unbossed autobiography. This is The Warmth of Other Suns, the companion summary. And here is the book, which I should be reading for Black History Month, but it's Black History Month every month, so I have plenty of time to read it. The Warmth of the Suns, the book, and I bought the companion one. Had these books for a long time. I just need to read those. And those are by Isabel Wilkerson, as well as this one, Cast. It's by the same author. And then Stamped from the Beginning by Ibrahim Kendi. Then I bought this one from the thrift store. I was supposed to read it when I was in the mood for something like this, but I never did. The Made Sense Man. So when I'm in the mood for something crazy, funny, ratchet, I will read that one. One Blood by Deneen Miller. Historical fiction, multi-generational saga, which I love those books. James. A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. The Original Black Elite by Daniel Murray and the Story of a Forgotten Era. Also Elizabeth Downley Taylor. The Color of Law. If you want to get into African American history, learning a little bit about our government history, things like that. These are 2 books I would suggest. That one is by Richard Rothstein, as well as the 1619 Project by Nicole Hannah-Jones. 392 by Ashley Hickson Lovence. A Little Life by Hanya Hanagiyara. Stamped from the beginning, the hardback. The other one was paperback. All right, got One Summer in Savannah by Tara Shelton Harris. The House of Eve by Sadiqa Johnson. And This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. Then we've got Disgrace by Brittany Cherry. Kate Quinn, The Briars Club. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Animal Farm. I read this for the first time a couple years ago and I absolutely loved it. I need to read that again. I already showed you that one. This one is by John Grisham. I've never read any John Grisham, but of course it's a mystery suspense thriller, The Judge's List. There's another book to this. Kindred by Octavia Butler, one of my favorite books. Life is Short But Why by J. California Cooper. My Name is Ona Judge by Suzette Harrison, the historical fiction. Kennedy Ryan, Before I Let Go, book number 2. Love by Toni Morrison. Then we got Real by Kennedy Ryan. My Sacred Bible. Cannot go without that. And then I've got a big old classic. I don't know when I'm gonna read this, but this is The Count of Monte Cristo. Yeah. I bought that when I wanted to read some classics, just read something different. And I'm gonna read it when I am in that mood. When I was opening up this box, as you can see, this little slice with the scissors, The Wake of the Wind by J. California Cooper. J. California Cooper again, In Search of Satisfaction. Put all her books together. Master, Slave, Husband, Wife by Il-Yoon Woo. This was recommended by Chocolate Covered Pages. Kristen Hanna, On Mystic Lake. Abby Jimenez, Part of Your World. Our Gin by Diane McKinney Whetstone. An American Marriage by Tiara Jones. And book number 2, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I think I'm going to add this one to my TBR for February because it's a short one. It's short stories. I read the first story or first few paragraphs of the first short story and it was so entertaining. This one is by Jamaica Kincaid. I've been meaning to read more from her. So I'm going to put that one to the side. Jamaica Kincaid. This is Annie John. Townsend Family Recipe for Disaster by Shauna Robinson. This seems like a really fun book. Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. The Book of Harlan, which I've had for some time and I need to read that at some point. And then we've got Mind of My Mind by Octavia Butler. And I saw someone in the library who was reading this book and I was like, I just read that book not too long ago. It was really good. This is the first book of the Patternist series, Wild Seed by Octavia Butler. It was my favorite out of the 2 that I've read so far. And then I've got Lucy, which is another, where's she at? Jamaica Kincaid. I heard this one was really good. I forgot who I was watching. Ooh, I forgot her name. I want to say Anna or something like that. That's her channel name. I could be wrong. But she said she really liked that one and I liked her videos. Chimamanda again, Purple Hibiscus. Octavia Butler, book number 3 in the Patternist series that I need to read. The Healing by Jonathan Odell. Middle Passage by Charles Johnson. The Good Negress by H.A. Verdell. Octavia Butler again. This is Parable of the Talents. So I'm gonna keep all of her books together. Then we've got The Personal Librarian by Marie Bennett, Victoria Christopher Murray. Marie Bennett and Victoria Christopher Murray. The Warmest December by Bernice L. McFadden. The Darkest Child, which I have never read, Dolores Phillips. Praise Songs for the Butterflies by Bernice L. McFadden. Then we've got some science fiction, sci-fi, science fiction, fantasy. The One by John Mars. And Fourth Wing, of course. I have not read that one. When I'm in a fantasy mood, I will. And, oh God, I've been in my books. These all are J. California Cooper books. This is Family. This one is The Future Has a Past. I think those are short stories. And Homemade Love. Homemade Love. I should be reading that in February. Hold You Down by Tracy Brown. Nowhere is a Place by Miss Bernice McFadden again. Perfect Peace by Daniel Black. Then I've got a library copy. I bought this used, The House of Eve, but then, I bought the paperback. Did You Hear About Kitty Carr? Got that one from Ollie's. And that's by Crystal Smith Paul. Some Soul to Keep by J. California Cooper. I think my relationship with thrift books is over because the last 2 books that I bought from them, y'all should have seen how they came. They had blood stains on them, just a hot freaking mess. Like it was bug infested. I let them have it. So I don't think I'm gonna be ordering anything on their website anymore. That's where I got most of J. California Cooper. Thank the Lord if they didn't come out bad. They were in good condition, but I think that's it because that was just unacceptable. James Baldwin, Go Tell It on the Mountain. I bought this one because of The Sun Does Shine by I forgot his name, Anthony Ray Hinton, the memoir of that of his life in prison. They read that in their prison book club, and so I was like, you know what, I want to read it too. Jam on the Vine by Shonda Catrice Barnett. Walter Mosley, Black Betty, right? Okay. Then we've got Coffee Will Make You Black by April Sinclair. And then These Ghosts Are Family by Macy Card. 3 more boxes. I said 2, but I've got 3 more. Okay. I'm gonna go real fast because we need to get this done. Demon's Dream by Elle Kaysen. Toni Morrison, we've got Song of Solomon, Tar Baby, and Sula in a binding. Got that at a thrift store. Malcolm X, autobiography as told by Alex Haley. Thicker Than Water by Kerry Washington. I got her memoir. The Color of Water by James McBride, his autobiography of a black man's tribute to his white mother. Jennifer Lewis, I just read this one, 5 stars. Becoming, I haven't read that one, by Michelle Obama. Langston Hughes, The Panther and the Lash, Poems of Our Time. I did have another book by him, something about white folks. That was a good book, and I cannot find it, so I'm so upset. Audre Lorde, The Cancer Journals, I read that one. The Souls of Black Folks by W.E.B. Du Bois. Never Caught, I've read that one. Viola Davis, this is like one of my favorite books, Finding Me. And this is The Sun Does Shine I was talking about by Anthony Ray Hinton, 5 stars, love that book. Cicely Tyson, Just As I Am. The 48 Laws of Power. Atomic Habits by James Clear. James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time, really good book. Harriet Jacobs, Incidents of Life of a Slave Girl. Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing. Battlefield of the Mind. My friend gave me this. I never read it. Your Money, God's Way. And I'm showing you every book I have. Girl, Get Your Money Straight. I bought this years and years ago when I was trying to fix my credit. Michelle Singletary, The 21-Day Financial Fast. I need to do this. I need to do this one. I never read it, but I bought it like 10 years ago. 9 years ago, something like that. The Bogglehead's Guide to Investing by Mel Lindar. 10 costly Medicare mistakes you can't afford to make. So I wanted to get this one to be able to educate myself and also my patients. So, and plus me, because I'm getting of age and I need to know what mistakes I need not to make. The Bible in 52 Weeks. I said I was going to do this in 2025. And I'm glad I'm doing this video because I need to prioritize this one. Keep It Shut by Karen Eman. I read this. It's really good. It's Christian based. It just talks about when to speak and when to know not to say anything. It was really good. However, I don't need to keep it. I probably will be giving this one away. So I'm going to put that in my to give away pile. The Men We Read. Love that one. It's a memoir of her family and the men she's lost. Jasmine Ward. Said I wasn't going to talk about the book, so. We've got Layla Ibrahim and Yellow Crocus. This is book 1. This is not book. I think this is book 2 or 3. I think this is book 3. I'm not sure. Mustard Seed is book number 2 by Layla. When am I going to get to this? I don't know, but I really do want to read this. Roots by Alex Haley. The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. Cane River. I just read this. I was supposed to do a review on it, but I think I'm going to do just talk about this in my February wrap up at the end. Really love that one. The Davenports. I still have the cover on it. Beautiful, beautiful cover. I just did not want to mess it up. Crystal Marquis. The Other Princess, which I really want to read next month. Ernest J. Gaines, A Lesson Before Dying, which I want to read because I've had this one for a long time. The Other Boiling Girl. I watched the movie. Yeah, it was a movie and it was so good. So I got the book from a used bookstore. And this one is by Philippa Gregory. And I heard she's a really good historical fiction writer, Victorian era period writer. This is the second copy of this that I have that I think I was trying to give in a giveaway. Kristen Hanna. I've got The Four Winds. Then I've got the hardback of Yagassi's Homegoing. Love that one. The Color of a Lie by Kim Johnson. It's a historical fiction thriller. Then we've got The Mothers. We've got Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. And we've got the paperback of Homegoing. I am going to be doing a reread of that because I feel like I didn't get all that I need to get from it because it was a lot of characters involved. Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. The Thread Collectors by Shauna J. Edwards and Allison Richmond. The Nurse's Secret by Amanda Skenendor. Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's a complicated, I think she writes complicated romances. Trust, book number 1 in a Christian type series about friendship by Dane L. Reed. Before Agreements, I need to reread this in 2025 just to get me started on the right way. Toni Morrison's Home. The Art of Scandal by Regina Black. The Left of Love by Love Belvin, romance. This Bitter Earth by Bernice L. McFadden. Word Slut by Amanda Montell. It's a nonfiction. The Love Script by Toni Shiloh. I heard she's a really good writer. Ties That Teeter by Jane Igaro. Get a Life, Chloe Brown, book number 1. Black Like Me by John Howard Griffin. Haven't read that one. Taraji P. Henson, Around the Way Girl, her memoir. Remember when we were doing this hairstyle back in the 90s? Everybody had one. And I am down to my last 2 books. And Then There Was Me by Sadiqa Johnson, one of her first books. And then Only for the Week by Natasha Bennett. So I had to come back on to show 2 books that I forgot. This is the current book that I'm reading. It's Lucky by Rachel Edwards. And then Sugar by Bernice L. McFadden. That is it. Those are all the books that I have packed in the boxes. And I'm going to end this video right now because it's 35 minutes long. I do have some cookbooks. I collect cookbooks and things like that because I'm always trying to find good healthy recipes and stuff like that, but I won't show those. That's it, you guys. Now I can pack all these books up. I don't need to buy one more book. I don't. My goal for 2025 is to read more and buy less. Still gonna buy books here and there, but I don't want to just be going crazy buying books from authors and I haven't even read the book I already have. That is kind of the definition of insane. Anyway, I'm not the only one that goes through this. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Be blessed. Bye.